Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that $40-ish and under range. Most of these are way less than that. And a good number of these you can pick up at your local rack stores. The one I'm talking about today, I have already talked about. It was one of my first videos. Actually, I think it was my very first video. And it was a first impressions, basically. Or no, it wasn't my first video. It was like my first 3 or 4 videos, but it was the first impressions on this thing. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I did know that it was an ombre leather clone, so I kind of knew that. And I'm talking about Ben Sherman's Signature. I like the presentation. I like the way this thing looks. It's got that Burberry type of a pattern. The atomized lid is light and cheap, but it feels really cool with that. With the texture there, it feels really neat, and it slides real nice into place. It's almost like air cushions. It slows down, but I mean it's on there good. I don't ever recommend doing that, but hey, the atomizer, it's a nice solid average atomizer, and you can see the juice through that. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but you actually can't really tell on that. There you go. You can see the juice through this. So I can do a little bit more of an in-depth review on this since my first one was just a first impressions. It's hard to find a note breakdown on this thing. I can tell you that it is very raspberry dominant, very cardamom dominant. Of course there's the leather in here. There is a nice dose of violet leaf, giving it almost like it's got a touch of freshness. For being so masculine, sweet, woody, and dense, there's a touch of freshness in here. Not going to be good for the high heat, but it is a touch of freshness. If you are into fragrances like this, the masculine, leather, Tom Ford, ombre, Tuscan leather type of a scent profile, you will absolutely love this for $10. This is an absolute gem. Like I said, the 100 mils are well under $20, most of them, and the longevity on this. First time I wore it, I was able to wear it all day because it was cold. After that, I've been wearing it out of the shower, and it just doesn't disappoint. This thing was on me the entire day for 9 hours. At the end of it, I can tell you that it was kind of dustier, more earthy, more herbaceous. The beginning is a bit sweeter and fresher, and as it starts to dry down, it gets a little bit denser and then a little dirtier, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It smells good. It's just dustier and earthy at the end of it. Occasions to wear this could be definitely a boss kind of a fragrance, like a meeting or suit and tie, even church. Definitely cold weather. It will work great for the night. Anything cold and dark, this thing is going to be just performing at its best. If it's starting to get warm, I wouldn't necessarily wear this thing because it's loud. This is a pretty loud fragrance. And like I said, I wore this thing and it lasted all day. It lasted every bit of 9 hours, so kudos for that. And my original rating, I gave it, I'll keep it what it was. It was a 9. I'll keep it a 9. And it's so good. It doesn't smell like a $10 fragrance. It really doesn't. It doesn't have any kind of alcohol blast. It doesn't really come across as super synthetic or anything like that. It's not as nice as Tom Ford. Of course, that thing is 4 times as much as this, 3 or 4 times the cost, or a lot more than that. What am I talking about? 3 or 4 times, 30 or 40 times more the cost of this thing. And in the air, you're not going to smell much of a difference. If somebody wears this thing and somebody else wears Tom Ford, you're going to have a hard time telling the difference between the two in the air. On the skin, you'll be able to say, hey, that's more synthetic, this has a little bit more of this going on. I know Tom Ford has more of the woods or whatever, but I can't say nothing bad about this thing. It's not a everyday, or it's not a every person type of a fragrance, but it is a compliment kind of a fragrance because it's so different and so loud compared to your common fragrances that most people wear. Acqua di Gio, Calvin Klein, that's what most people are wearing and stuff still to this day. And it kind of is like, my friends do that and I'm like, come on man, step out of the box a little. There's some good stuff out there. Rabbit Trail. But you see this thing, roll the dice on it. if you're into fragrances whatsoever and you got a little bit more of a developed nose and you want something I can't even talk right now. You want something mature, check it out. If you're not afraid of mature fragrances, just check it out. It's nice, winter, sweet, loud, awesome smelling. That's my final thoughts on Ben Sherman's signature. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.